I just wanted to pay my respects to elders past and present and to all the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here tonight. We're really delighted to be having this exhibition of Brenda's work. It's the first one we've had for a little while, but in the interim, Brenda's achieved an incredible amount as a curator, writer, researcher, teacher and artist. In fact, for over 3 decades, Brenda's been listening, seeing, being and sharing, and her work draws on her personal and public archives. And bodies of work such as this one are the results of years of talking and thinking and making, finding out about family and sharing stories.
What is very revealing for me about this exhibition is the history that is revealed is new to me. A lot of it is new to me. Now, why do we as white people in this country not know this history? And it's up to artists such as Brenda to teach us these things. And we must be open and have our ears and our eyes open at all times to learn.
So what I'm going to start with is the reason why I called it subalternative dreams. I've been playing a lot with the idea of dreams and the flip side of that, nightmares. And the reason I called it alternative dreams is looking at the idea of the subaltern. The idea of, in post-colonial critical theory, that the subaltern are the people that are relegated to the lesser strata of society. They're made voiceless, other people speak on their behalf all the time, and really you can see no better example of that than now with the fallacy that's being put forward of a royal commission. But of course, subalternative, I am the native. I wanted to start in front of this diptych because a lot of this work has come out of my PhD over the last 5 years. Home for me is part of what my PhD has been assessing. I am a person of mixed heritage and I embrace my mother's heritage as strongly as I embrace my father's heritage. Going through the archives has always been a great love of mine, whether it was the personal archives at home and drilling my family members about where do we come from, how did mum tell you she was bringing home a black man, because I was just always the person with the questions. So I've accessed so many different archives, and the great thing now about the internet is you can find so much just by typing in someone's name, which is how I found the earliest photograph of my grandmother 2 years ago. I just typed her name into Google, as I often do, Bessie Croft, and this link came up to the South Australian Museum archives, the Tyndale collection, and the Tyndale collection is renowned for thousands of images of Indigenous peoples from around the country, and the image wasn't online, but there was her name and the date of when it was taken, which was the 17th of May 1934 at Carlin Compound, and it's exactly 30 years before I was born. And so I wrote to the archives people and they said to me, we just have to let you know, we'll send you the image, but you need to be aware that it was part of the medical survey. This image of my grandmother, it just has so much behind it for me. It's taken at Carlin Compound. My dad had already been taken from her about 3 or 4 years beforehand. My white grandfather had died earlier that year. And here she is. So I wanted to do something that was like a call and response to her. And so that's why it's just called Shut Mouth Scream. It's a howl across the decades to her. I still can't see her. She's still kind of just out of reach. But she's here. So this group of series, blood type series, this was the start of that. You can do things to country, but country also has a way of responding to you. And we stopped at this place called Bore 17. There's an old windmill and there's cows everywhere. And I looked down and there was the most perfect stone axe I've ever seen in my life. And I picked it up, it just fitted in my hand, and they've allowed me to keep it for the time being. It will go back there, because that's my talisman for how I see my relationship to country. So that's what drives me, and I think about that. And family said that country finds you, you don't find country. We could have stopped anywhere. 140 years of cattle tromping over that ground, and this stone axe was in perfect condition.
The thing that I felt when I'd looked at the body of work and meditated on what she was saying and how beautifully it's all drawn together, I thought of that image of Gough Whitlam and Vincent Lingiari, and I could just see Brenda kind of gifting us back something that was really precious into our hands with this exhibition.
I'm eternally grateful that I'm able to use my work in a way that I hope makes people think